Jon, so it's a busy time of the year for the commercial team. How are things going at the minute?
Yeah, it literally is. Every summer we have the same processes that we go through. The 100 Club Partnership is something that we've been building now for 4 or 5 years, and up until the end of last season we got to around 70 partners. Obviously relegation is never a nice thing, and there's always that fear that you might possibly lose 1 or 2, but we're genuinely not seeing that. If anything, the support that we've got, our partners have almost doubled down and really shown us the support that they have for us, and it's been fantastic, overwhelming at times actually, and it inspires everyone within the club who's working on these partnerships to really push forward. So yeah, we're really happy with how it's going.
In terms of doubling down, we talked last time that we had you on in the James Coppinger West Stand Red Viking Rail, and that's kind of an illustration of that, a company just adding to their support of the club.
Absolutely, yeah. I think very often when we start off at the start of a summer period, we have like that one deal that almost like sets the tone for what the summer's going to look like, and I think Red Viking Rail certainly was that. A partner who was already working with us to a really high level, and then when an opportunity came up to support us even more, just took it in a heartbeat. And I think what we've seen, obviously, with Eco Power coming in as the stadium sponsor and obviously now the front of shirt sponsor, there was always possibly a bit of a fear that LNER and Keepmo might have felt pushed out by that and might have left us as partners. If anything, the opposite has happened. Keepmo obviously have continued as a platinum partner with the Charity 100, which is our charity strategy for the next 12 months. And then LNER, we are in the process of finalising the agreement for next year, and we're going to be announcing that in the next few weeks as well. So yeah, it's just exciting times across the board, really.
And a lot of partners kind of reaffirming the commitment of the other stand sponsors as well to coming on board again?
Yeah, all of those are done. Solutions for Cleaning North Stand is under contract for another couple of years. Sean over at SMT Extra, who sponsored the East Stand for like 9 years now, I think, they're continuing with us. And then obviously Polypipe, who almost feels as though they're as old as Doncaster Rovers themselves in their sponsorship of the South Stand. They're an absolute permanent fixture. We had a meeting with the guys from Polypipe yesterday, and they were really excited about sort of refreshing the relationship and seeing how the club and Polypipe can work together more in the future. Obviously I'm naming specific companies there. That feels a little bit unfair on the other 70. We genuinely have got so much support from business in Doncaster at the moment. Like I use the word overwhelming. I'll say it again. It genuinely is. It just makes us feel as though we must be doing something right. But then on the other hand, it really gives us a bit of inspiration to keep on going and doing what we're doing.
And it's been a difficult few years for everybody, business no exception, but to have that continued support, absolutely massive for the club.
Absolutely. I think when you look at what COVID was and the blow that dealt to football clubs throughout the country, you don't know how you're going to come out of it. And I, without obviously naming any names, I know of other football clubs throughout the pyramid who during COVID at its darkest time just shut up shop and didn't really do much, and whether that's because they didn't quite have the same level of support from their partners or whether it was just the fact that they almost believed the negativity that surrounded it all, that we just couldn't carry on. But we didn't go with that, and we tried to keep on going and tried to keep on doing different things and diversifying. And yeah, we couldn't have people in the stadium, but we tried to think outside the box of how we could do things differently. And it has been tough, and we won't have got everything right over the last couple of years, but it's certainly not been for the want of trying, and hopefully what we're seeing now coming to fruition is the fact that we've just about weathered that storm, and obviously we've got a new adventure in League Two now to go and embark upon, and so far it feels as though the majority of our partners want to come on that journey with us, which is, like I say, it's inspiring.
It can't be overstated as well how important for the club this support is from our partners.
Yeah, absolutely. And I wonder sometimes whether people en masse actually realise how important. Like Doncaster Rovers as a club, as an entity, is not a Manchester United. It's not a Manchester City. They don't have that ability to just pull in money out of nowhere. So anywhere where we can find ways of bringing money into this football club, whether it's the supporters club giving their donations that they give every single year, every little bit makes a massive difference. And that's quite, again, I keep using the word inspiring. When you work for the football club, knowing that the stuff that you're doing is making a difference to what we see on the pitch, to how the club runs in general, means a lot. And you don't get that everywhere. That's not something that is just par for the course at every football club. That's something that Doncaster Rovers can be really proud of, I think. That community feel and the way that within the club, you feel as though you're doing something worthwhile.